This man was nearly executed. Over 20 Naira and a flashlight. What happened next will shock you. The following is a true Nigerian law story. Today, we dive into a gripping tale of alleged robbery and courtroom drama. Our story begins on a dark night, April 2nd, 1981, on the Asaba, Onitsha road near Bridgehead. Etim was accused of conspiracy and armed robbery. The trial took place at the Bendel State High Court, Asaba Judicial Division, Nigeria. Etim was found guilty and sentenced to death. But was he really the robber? According to the prosecution, around 8 p.m. two men flagged down a vehicle with a flashlight. The driver and his passenger were ordered to surrender their possessions. One robber allegedly took money from the driver's pocket, while the other slapped the passenger and tore his shirt. The robbers then fled into the bush. After the robbery, the driver and the passenger reported the incident to the police, who provided armed escorts to return to the scene. The driver claimed he saw the same torchlight and recognized Etim as one of the robbers. Etim was arrested with a flashlight and 20 Naira in cash. During the trial, the prosecution presented the driver and his passenger as key witnesses. The driver identified Etim as the robber who took his money. The passenger, however, had slight differences in his testimony. He initially said both robbers had guns, contradicting the driver's statement that Etim had a dagger. The defense argued that Etim was innocent, explaining he was a trader selling petrol and motor oil. He said the driver approached him for fuel, and when Etim asked for the vehicle's registration number, the driver suddenly accused him of robbery. The trial judge believed the prosecution's story and dismissed the defense's claims, sentencing Etim to death. Etim appealed to the Court of Appeal, but the Court of Appeal upheld the lower court's decision and maintained that Etim was guilty of the offense. Still determined, Etim took his case to the Supreme Court. The main argument was that the trial was flawed due to contradictory evidence from the prosecution witnesses. The Supreme Court found several inconsistencies. While the driver said Etim had a dagger, the passenger said both robbers had guns. This contradiction raised doubts about the accuracy of their testimonies. The driver also claimed to recognize Etim by the flashlight, but this was considered unreliable due to the stressful and dark conditions during the robbery, and furthermore, the arrest was based on a quick identification by the driver, without thorough verification. Because of these contradictions and inconsistencies, the Supreme Court ruled that the evidence against Etim was not reliable enough to sustain his conviction. And just like that, the verdict was overturned. Etim was discharged and acquitted. This case teaches us about the importance of consistent and credible evidence in criminal trials. It reminds us that justice must be served with utmost care, especially when a person's life is at stake. What if someone accused you wrongly of a crime you didn't commit? What would you do? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more fascinating real-life legal tales, subscribe to our channel.